Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2016 sequel film Punk's Dead, SLC Punk 2. So this is the sequel to, what was it, 98's SLC Punk, which took place in 85. So then it's 20 years later. So this takes place in 2005. Made in 2016, takes place in 2005. So there's jokes, there's the F word constantly said, referencing a gay person, but that was '05 lingo, which dwindled by the actual time that it came out. I have many thoughts, but it's interesting because Devon Sawa is back as the character of Sean. Adam Pascal's back as Eddie. The character of Trish is back. The actor who played Bob is back narrating this. Kind of. Bob is dead, and so it's just the ghost of Bob narrating the story for his 19-year-old son Ross and his friend group and their adventures or mishaps or whatever. And Machine Gun Kelly is in this by his real name, Carson. So I don't know, man. It's strange because if you're following the amazing story of the first film, Matt Lillard is the narrator. He's giving these incredible monologues about life and questioning and death and theories and anarchy and chaos and cycle and all these different things, right? And he is devastated when Heroin Bob accidentally overdoses, doesn't wake up, right? And he says, "You can't leave. I'm not ready. You're my brother." So you would think, and Matt Lillard is a massive star, so obviously he couldn't partake in this, but you would think the character of Steven, right, Matt Lillard's character, who was the brother of Bob, would then be the pseudo-father / permanent uncle figure for the Ross growing up. Obviously he knew Ross existed, obviously he knew he was going to be born. Trisha obviously was going to be having Bob's kids, so he goes off to Steven's character goes off to Harvard. We know that at the end, but Harvard Law School is what, 4 years? It's great. So what, is he just living in New York now, just being a lawyer, and Bob's kid is still in Salt Lake City, Utah? I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't know. It was strange because Matt's character wasn't in it, but Steve was back. Not Steve. Sean was back. So Devon Sawa's character was back. Adam Pascal came back as Eddie for this. Like, it was nice seeing the certain actors come back, for the 20 years later bit. But like, story-wise, I wasn't buying it that Steve just abandons his nephew. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it at all. It was very badly done. Like, there was just straight cut to black scenes into the next transition. Some of the acting felt very, very forced, and it's unfortunate because if you're continuing a story 20 years later, like, I feel like it should have been more epic than it was, and it was just Bob's kid, Ross, just figuring life out. Going to a punk show with his friends at the end. That was the main adventure. How he was straight edge for 19 years, and he finally, started to drink, and he inadvertently ate a handful of magic mushrooms and all these things, right? But like, it wasn't spirit questing. It wasn't anything magical. It wasn't anything memorable. It was just there. And it was just boring getting there. Like, the screaming matches are like forced, or like Carson literally drinking something like you could, like, there's a way to like, right, to like slowly do it, but he's like that. I was like, no, people don't drink like that. People don't even fake drink like that. If you're on a stage, maybe someone might go like that, like overly dramatic. But if you're just like, right, because when you're drinking something, you have to pause to breathe. So if I might get that much liquid, and I might go some more, but no one's actually going like that, like overly dramatic quick. I was like, come on, bro. I'm watching it from an acting perspective now, and it's interesting because 2016, if I remember correctly, is when Nerve came out with Emma Roberts and Dave Franco, and Machine Gun Kelly played the villain in that, and he did a great job in that. So you can't even blame the actor on certain aspects, but like, if you're seeing your talent as a director, if you're seeing your talent do this, correct them. I mean, you probably did this to take a few times, like, that was the best of the takes. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it from a technical standpoint. I didn't buy it from a story standpoint. It was unfortunate, but this was in our mini Devon Sawa marathon, and so that's been spliced with other things throughout. Because Devon's awesome. Devon Sawa is awesome. So I don't know, man. That was it. We watched it. We talked about it. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.